The Big Fresno Fair has ended, but it will live on in many classrooms this week. In tonight's Education Matters, Juanita Stevenson joins us with why so many students will be discussing the fair and talking about what they learned. Juanita?
Well, more than 24,000 school children participated in the fair's education days. Their lesson was tied to curriculum they studied before their visit. And now that they're back in the classroom, they will have a lot to talk about. The Fresno Fair is one big playground for kids. So much to see, do, and eat. It's also a place where there is a lot for them to learn.
We are educating these kids about things in Fresno County, things that makes Fresno unique.
They're called Fair Education Days. Days students from the Valley converge on what is one big outdoor classroom.
We create an activity sheet for the kids and we give it out to all of the teachers before they come so they have an idea of what they're going to see while they're here. And then we also have curriculum that follows that along so the teacher can take it back after their experience at the fair and bring it back to the classroom.
Nicole Betcher brought her second grade class all the way from Prather's Foothill Elementary. They came prepared for a day-long lesson.
Here's a pen. Thank you.
7-year-old Lily McGee remembered what her teacher told her about their visit to the fair.
We would be looking at some stuff and we would have these that we write down.
And in the Home Arts Building, there was lots for these kids to see.
They're using wool.
The students were excited because they had been studying about their heritage in their social studies class.
We started talking about the area that we've lived in, our community, how it was back, when there was wagons or other things and when the economy was just starting to grow.
This is called cotton.
Miss Betcher's students paid attention and wrote down what they saw, just like she asked them to.
So what have you done so far? Tell me.
So I've done quilts, bunny, wolves, zoos, treats, and then the plane.
These students were lucky enough to visit the fair just as it was opening its brand new museum, a place full of Fresno's history. Board member Debbie Jacobson says it's the best gift they could give the children.
And I think they're getting out of it exactly what we wanted them to. They're looking at the past, they're looking at the history, and the older generation is telling the younger generation what they experienced during that time, and the kids are asking questions just like they're supposed to.
It's the kind of learning they can get from a book, the kind of learning they get from seeing it, touching it, experiencing it.
It's a picture book come to life.
Well, Fair Education Days, it's been around for a long time at the Fresno Fair, and they actually saw their participation increase this year. And it really paid off having the new museum open at the same time that the fair was.
So much more for them to see, but I think it's just a case of learning that's fun, and that really helps to keep the kids engaged, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's one little kid told me, I don't have to use my brain. I don't have to have my brain work. You can just go around and see and touch it.
Yeah, and just kind of sneak in that education, right?
Right, right. They loved it.
Thanks, Juan.